Hi guys, welcome back to Be Adventures. Currently in a friend's place in Cebu City, Philippines. Now I wanted to do a quick video on our little road trip we had this weekend. It was a great experience, so don't get me wrong, lots of positives. John and I had left Cebu City and we went to Boljoon, or Boljoon. It's spelled Boljoon, I'll annotate it. Forgive my pronunciation. So that was a 4-hour bus ride. It was certainly very affordable, and we went to go investigate his family friend's resort, and unfortunately the caretaker there had been taking advantage. He had asked us 2,000 pesos for a room, but he had told the owner, who's a family friend of John's, that it was for free. So because they were family friends, we were meant to get it for free just to investigate the resort, because they just wanted us to check it out. So he was trying to pocket 2,000 pesos for himself, skimming off the top and telling the owner, oh, they're your friends, so I gave it to them for free. He said he got us a roast chicken and a beautiful dinner and took good care of us. We had to beg him for water. We got into an argument and even begged him, Kuya, please, can we have some water? We need to survive, right? We need some water. So eventually he sold us some water and some rice and some old fish. And then he's telling the owner that he took good care of us, bought us a roast chicken and all this business. You know, there was all these Filipinos hiding in the back because of these cabins. And they were hiding around, and they were hiding because we got out flashlights. It was dark. He had not even turned on the lighting on the resort grounds. There was some lighting, he had not turned them on. So we had our flashlights investigating, what the hell is this place? There's all these people hiding. So we call it a barangay party. This guy was having a little, neighborhood party. He'd invited all his friends, and he was actually very ticked off that we had arrived. So, just a little sort of tip there that I know it's not ideal. I usually like to pre-book accommodation. You do what you want. But the reason why I go there with the voucher, printed hard copy, as well as a backup soft copy saved on disk, on whatever device you want to use, like a memory card or something. So I'll have the backup digital, but I have the hard copy. I arrive at the hotel and I say, here's my booking. The reason why is because even if you do that, they will often ask for a deposit. That's not uncommon in Philippines, especially in this Cebu, the whole Cebu region. So you have Cebu region, province, and then you have Cebu City. Okay, so I'll just refer in general. Sometimes I'm referring to the whole region and sometimes just to Cebu City. Okay, so that's happened. Any hotel I've booked in Cebu, even Quest Hotel near Ayala Mall, oh, we're 4.5 stars. We're a big fancy international hotel. I did not have a good experience at Quest. They asked 3,000 pesos deposit. I said, I've prepaid the room, I booked online, here's my voucher. I said, that's fine, sir. We still need 3,000 deposit. So you got to come up with a solution. Okay, so this is why I'm making this video, for other people who might have this experience or at least be forewarned. So I said, no way I'm paying 3,000 pesos. I'm not saying that the beautiful girl at reception was dishonest. We're talking about Quest, that experience. It's that when she finishes her shift, the next person to take the shift at reception won't know that I paid 3,000, and they'll ask it again, and that's actually happened to me before. So I said, no way I'm paying 3,000 pesos cash. They want it cash. And if you ever have to, or you ever do, ask for a receipt. Demand one. Demand one. Because like I said, they'll change shift, and tomorrow or the next day they'll say, sir, you owe us that deposit again, cash. You say, no, I don't. I've already paid it. They'll say, well, show us the receipt. And if you don't have the receipt, you'll have to pay it again, and then you'll feel like you've been scammed or robbed. And some cases, they are taking advantage. Sometimes they are trying to scam you. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether it's a tour guide or a hotel or some type of activity. Always get a receipt. Demand one. If they won't provide it, say, that's okay, we don't have to do business. Okay? And walk off, and they'll provide one. Okay? And if they say, oh, you don't trust us, or they start getting defensive, say no. Sometimes people forget. Sometimes people change shift. So you may not be here tomorrow. It's not that I don't trust you, it's not that I don't like you. You will finish your shift, I'll come back tomorrow to do my tour or the hotel or whatever booking it was. Hey, we don't know where the cash is. The cash isn't here. We don't have any receipt. Where's your record? It's about documentation, about keeping a record. So that's why straight away back to this, it's called The Place, don't go there. The Place Resort in Boljoon, again forgive my pronunciation, that this guy is demanding, 2,000 pesos for his tiny little room. He's not giving us water, he's not giving us food, the lights are not even turned on. We were totally unwelcome. I went, this is really weird. So I said, okay, you know what, thank you for giving us some rice and some water and some shriveled up fish. what do we owe you for this? He goes, 150 pesos. And I went, it's not even worth that, man. I could get street barbecue for like 50 pesos, you know what I mean? So we were stuck there. There was also no phone reception, no internet. Like I said, there was not even lighting. He did not even turn the lights on. What else? Like, you can't understand, it was just literally this remote resort in the middle of nowhere. There was no other sort of resorts around. It was far from town. So that's why I was like, with John, my friend, Cebu John, I was like, let's bail, man. So we had a like quick discussion. We talked about it. We went, yep, let's bail, because it doesn't matter if we stay the night. It doesn't matter if we stay there 1 week. We're gonna keep having these problems. No food, no water, no support, no customer service. So basically, you know, we bailed. We had flashlights. That's all we had. It was a very dark, long stretch of road. We just signaled cars like trying to hitchhike, and eventually a bus, an actual professional bus, went by. We got on and said, "Can we get to Santander?" He said, "Of course, that's our bus route." So we ended up going to Santander, and that's how we got to that resort there. And John knew them. So I was like, let's stick to what we know. John, you know the divers, you know people at Santander, you even know the owner of the resort, this very nice Korean gentleman. And you would have seen that in the videos. Let's go to Santander, let's go to the Kingdom Resort, beautiful. Internet, phone reception, food, water, free water, by the way, free coffee. You know, they had diving operations, so if you wanted to go diving or snorkeling, they had their own 3 boats. They had 3 boats, you know, my God. So, you know, they were set up. That's a professional resort. And I paid cash there. That was fine. You know, suddenly it was very affordable. The staff were very professional. Everything was receipted and documented as well. Not an issue. Not an issue. But my point, going back to, I guess, what I was saying before, that's why I like to prepay if possible. I like to plan first and then go with the flow. Once you're in country, you must learn how to adapt and be flexible. And I would actually say, and I say this respectfully because I love Philippines, the Philippines is for experienced travelers. It is not for soft or new travelers. It doesn't mean hard, showing off, hard, strong, you know, showing off. When I say it is not for soft travelers, it is not for the type of people who don't know how to find a solution or get tough. So like I said, back to that other hotel, Quest in Cebu City, when they were demanding 3,000 pesos cash, I said no. I said, no way I'm doing that. So we came up with a solution. I said, most modern hotels use a credit card or a bank card, some type of card, so that they can run a trace. In case there's any damage to the room or any problems, they can just charge your credit card or bank card. They said, yeah, we can do that too. Like, can you see how they didn't even think of that as a solution? They just demanded 3,000 pesos cash deposit for the hotel. So that's what I did, gave them my credit card details, they swiped it. They took a, you know, like a small deposit, like $20 or something, and then they refund it after you leave if there's no damage to the room or no issue. And that's how it worked, everything went fine. There was no issue whatsoever, but that's what I mean. You gotta think of a solution. You gotta adapt. Otherwise, you're gonna be that guy or that girl who's gonna, oh damn, I've just had to pay 3,000 pesos cash. Now I'm out of cash. And then you're gonna come back tomorrow and they're gonna say, where's your receipt? You have to pay it again. And then you're gonna have to pay 3,000 pesos again. You know. So just things like that, like demanding receipts, and even guys, it gets annoying. So that's what I mean by it's not for inexperienced travelers. Philippines is really for experienced travelers. You know, you'll have to be patient. You can't lose it. Because you imagine if you blow up and you lose it, you're going to be that crazy person, or you're going to have a very negative experience, and then the locals are going to be scared of you, or they're going to think you're a bad person, and you probably won't get very good customer service either. You know, and you'll continue to have a bad experience. So, anyway, back to the place. Sorry, my friends are just walking in and out. But back to the place, that dodgy, the bad resort. Basically, I knew something was wrong. There was all these warning signs. Even so, back to the dinner. How much do we owe you? 150 pesos for this shriveled up fish and some rice. Okay, we pay him. John only had a 500 peso bill. I'll see if I have one. So he only had a large bill. Okay, they look like this, just snapshot in time, but just to show you guys, some of you may not know what it looks like. Okay, so he only had one of these. The caretaker, he's not even the manager, he's just the caretaker. He's just meant to be sweeping, cleaning the grounds. He's okay. He pulls out a roll of bills. Small bills. Here's your change. I said, why does this poor caretaker who lives in the hut out the back with his wife and his kid, why does he have such a big wad of cash? And our friend, the owner, said, there's been no bookings. The place has been dead. That's why they wanted us to investigate. Why is this place dead? You know, just give me your feedback on my resort, you know? So the owner has clearly neglected the place. My respect to her. She's a nice lady. Okay guys, look, I'll finish up. The point is, there was all these little warning signs, and you know, the caretaker was just basically, he was taking advantage. He was you know, charging out the rooms to his local friends or walk-in customers like us, telling the actual owner. I just confirmed now, we spoke to some of the local connections with the owner, and the owner thought the place has been dead for like a year. Like literally no one has been renting there. But clearly the caretaker's been renting the rooms out, keeping the cash for himself. So, you know, just I guess the moral of the story, you know, always ask for receipts. If it just seems dodgy or whatever, don't do it. Just don't do it. Even if you had plans to stay at that resort or that place, you know, you can easily bail. You can just get out of there. It's a bad situation, as annoying and frustrating as it is. Get out of there, take your business somewhere else. Okay? If that's how they want to operate, they may not even be bad. It's just that they're not a very professional place. You know, maybe they're just confused, they're unorganized. Okay, if that's the way they want to operate, get out of there. But in our case, they were actually corrupt. You know, this guy, the caretaker, was controlling that place, taking money from guests and not giving it to the owner, and taking advantage of guests and things like that. Like, you know, being stuck in a remote area, not helping them, not even giving them water or food. And yeah, you know, we just had to get out of there. So, you know, hopefully maybe some of you can learn from this lesson, or, you know, you might find this video helpful. Otherwise, you know, the Cebu provincial trip was pretty cool because I saw all new places. Oslob whale sharks was fantastic. It was great. Even for what controversy there is, there shouldn't be, but the guys, all the divers and the staff, the operators, the boat operators were very respectful of the whale sharks, telling people don't go too close, whatever. By 12 p.m. noon, they'd packed up all the boats. You could, I've documented that, go watch the video. So it was very disciplined. They made sure they honored the environmental restrictions. You're not allowed to touch the whale sharks, and they can only operate during the morning. I think it's 9 till 12, something like that. So there's only a very strict time limit to go see the whale sharks. That way you don't disturb them all day. It's just that time limit. You go see the whale sharks, you're only allowed to see them for I think 15 to 30 minutes, and then you go back to shore. But you know, for that activity, it was a great activity because it wasn't too long, but it was absolutely beautiful. First time seeing these huge whale sharks, and they came so close. Santander was beautiful, just beautiful, chilled out, and then we even hopped over because Santander is at the bottom of Cebu region, and then you've got Negros Oriental, so it's like, forgive my geography, we're very close to Negros Oriental, Dumaguete City, so we hopped over to Dumaguete City, and we caught up with some other friends, and we even got to check out another resort further south past Darwin, so below Dumaguete, 1 hour away. So that was cool, got to check out that resort as well, and you know, and got to catch up with some of the local Pinoy friends. And for me, that's the best part. I love catching up with the local Pinoy and the local Filipinos. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.